Well, as you can tell, Mr. Math is gone, and now it's Miss Ulner. In this lesson 8.5, we are going to learn how to model and solve multiplication equations. The essential question is, how can you use models to solve multiplication equations? You will be drawing algebra tiles to model and solve equations that involve multiplication. And in using the algebra tiles, the X tile is a longer one, and then a 1 tile looks like just when we were adding them. So you can see my illustration on the right-hand side, how I will be doing. And also on the right side now, you see how 4x would be modeled. Move on to the investigation. It says your materials are a math board and algebra tiles. Well, you can have a scratch piece of paper, a pencil, and you can just draw everything out. Tennis balls are sold in cans of 3 tennis balls each. Daniel needs 15 tennis balls for a tournament. Model and solve the equation 3x equals 15 to find the number of cans X that Daniel should buy. Just a reminder that these lessons are about learning how to model multiplication equations and how to solve them by using inverse operations in the equations. So you already know x equals 5. Well, right now we're going to use our note paper and our fake math tiles to draw 2 rectangles on your math piece of paper. So this is going to be kind of what it looks like. There's this side and this side. So it's 2 sides of the equation with an equals in the middle. Step B is use algebra tiles to model the equation. Model 3x in the left rectangle and model 15 in the right rectangle. And step C says there are 3 x tiles on the left side of your model. To solve the equation by using the model, you need to find the value of 1 x tile. To do this, divide each side of your model into 3 groups. So here we already have the 3 groups. Sorry about that. When the tiles on each side have been divided into 3 equal groups, how many 1 tiles are in each group? So let's look at this one. That's my sort of neatest. There's my my X tile. And then how many 1s are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So write the solution of the equation. Again, write the solution of the equation. X equals 5. So Daniel should buy 5 cans of tennis balls. Again, the key is to understand how to draw out the equation. In this case, it was 3x equals 15. Let's try another. Number 2, describe how you could use algebra tiles to model the equation 6x equals 12. So 6x tiles on the left and 12 1 tiles on the right. It wouldn't be complete for me without a visualization of 6x on the left and then the 12 1 tiles on the right. Number 3, what would you do to solve the equation 5x equals 35? So you would divide both sides by 5. Not sure what's up with the glare on the light. Hopefully you can read that. Let's move on to make connections. You can solve multiplication equations by drawing a model to represent algebra tiles. Let a rectangle represent x, let a square represent 1, and then solve the equation 2x equals 6. So step 1 is to draw a model of the equation. And so 2x equals 6. and I have divided the 6 into 2 groups. Find the value of one rectangle. So we'll come up here, we'll divide this by 2, and we'll see that so if you can see through the glare, when we draw a model of the solution, we can find it right here. X equals 3. So the solution of the equation 2x equals 6 is x is 3. The key idea is that you are doing that inverse operation on both sides of the equation to isolate the variable and find its value. This non-Mr. Math blog math lesson has been how to model and solve multiplication equations, and you'll do some practice.